And Pacquiao's probably a little busy.
Nice. A straight left into the body, though. Ooh, beautiful three-punch combination now by Pacquiao. Oh, nice right hand by Mosley. Backs up Pacquiao. Manny moving forward, though. There's a left hand, and it drops Mosley. Pacquiao to the body. Just missing. And Shane Mosley is trying to hold on.
Sets it up with a jab and a feint and lands a good straight left hand here. And it turned out to be a very good punch. Straight left hand. Yeah, it was actually straight left hand. And Mosley was in trouble, as evident. The minute...
Pacquiao now with a great rhythm. There's a body shot by Mosley.
Pacquiao to stop punching.
And that doesn't work against Pacquiao. It was bad for Clottey, bad for Margarito, and bad for Cotto.
He's landed a couple of nice stinging jabs, but nothing behind it.
Pacquiao, those punches being blocked by Mosley. Pacquiao moving.
Is not as high as he'd like.
Right there, it looks like Shane landed the best right hand of the fight, while Pacquiao was trying to land a right hook.
And Manny Pacquiao attacking and landing a beautiful uppercut.
Pacquiao getting a little more aggressive.
And, you know,
look at the power punches, and Manny Pacquiao with a huge edge there.
Right there, he needs to stand his ground.
48 seconds to go in the 8th round for the WBO World Championship.
And I'll tell you something.
A one-sided affair, all Manny Pacquiao against Shane Mosley.
I'm sorry, even though he certainly is winning every one of these rounds.
And I would say, Al, you're right. Ooh, nice right hand by Mosley.
Pacquiao's attacking in a very awkward fashion, not as efficient as he might be, but he throws a lot of punches and gets the job done, as he does there.
And this is why it's been so hard to really give Mosley around, because Pacquiao has these bursts.
Now body shot goes upstairs as well. Oh, another straight left hand by Pacquiao that connects solidly. Mosley, nothing on his punches.
There's the right hook to Pacquiao. It's not his best punch, but there is another one. When he throws it.
Right hook getting in, followed by a straight left hand, backs up Mosley. 9 seconds to go.
And we look at it in the super slow motion to see the jab used as a rangefinder. Now, ironically, Mosley was throwing and landing a jab. Question about one thing, Manny Pacquiao is winning this fight.
Pacquiao.
Everything he's throwing, he's covering up first, and he's not punching.
And they're going to call that a knockdown.
And it's Pacquiao trying.
28 seconds to go in the 10th. Shane Mosley takes a straight left hand by Pacquiao. Pacquiao, frustrated, wants to fight.
And there's no question that was not a knockdown. There was a right hand thrown by Mosley. Look at that, too.
But Bayless wasn't going to call the knockdown until the outside referee started counting.
And then Manny Pacquiao, very annoyed by this, came back with some big shots toward the end of the round. Shane Mosley's record is 5-6-1. Pacquiao is 6-1-1. So,
and Pacquiao's going for the knockout now.
Pacquiao going for the kill. Start to chant, knock him out. Seconds.
He throws so many punches at you, you can't block them all.
Kind of throws, in the MMA world, a version of the Superman.
Yeah, that looks like the Superman punch. You're absolutely right. That's a really good point. The chants of Manny can be heard throughout this arena. They really want him to close the show here and see if he can knock Shane Mosley out. Of course, he had him down earlier in the fight.
And, you know, he's definitely...
David Diaz, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Joshua Clottey, Antonio Margarito, and now
fighting big punchers. It's amazing.
Right hook connects to Pacquiao.
And he's still going for the knockout.
6 seconds to go. Manny Pacquiao continues to roll on as he will likely defeat Shane Mosley, and the fans not happy with the performance by Sugar Shane.
Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
So Manny Pacquiao.
And almost a 3-1 underdog. That is fuel for this firepower show.
And Miguel is serious. Manny reached out to give him the touch of the gloves in the opening round, and Cotto refused it.
He's been dead serious, start to finish, it seems. And the jab in the face rocks Pacquiao back.
Wow. And just off the jab, you see the power from Cotto.
And that's it. And what an opening salvo, and a little bit of a statement there. I think a very big one.
That was my first key to victory for Pacquiao, for Miguel Cotto tonight, without what to do yet. He has not figured out how to attack Cotto yet.
And it's very early. Listen, we're taking nothing away from the guy who's pound for pound king of the world.
Well, not just that, gentlemen. I think he tasted that leather really early, and he's a little reluctant to let those combinations fly right off the bat.
Winding down round one, and a very good one for the champion in white, Miguel Cotto.
Oh, and this is going to be a good fight.
Very nice round, very nice round. You look great with that left hand. I thought Miguel Cotto fought a beautiful round, and there he dug a left hook to the body. Mostly he controlled it with his jab, but Cotto, I thought, just fought a beautiful round of boxing.
I agree with you. Was very effective and set the tone very early on.
With that jab, guys, so here we go. Round two. Half the crowd's on its feet, it seems. Cotto's in the white, coming forward. Counter punch from Pacquiao. The exchange here, but Cotto's the man coming forward. Pacquiao hesitant to lunge in the way he's been prone to do.
Cotto doing a good job with that stiff jab, overflying Pacquiao's speed. Pacquiao letting his hands go a little bit more in this round.
Again, what happens, Rich, when you get hit by a true welterweight?
Right, that's the question. I don't think Manny can win the fight backing up. He's got to go side to side, and he's going to have to show him angles and show punches to Cotto that Cotto hasn't seen before.
He's taking his time, but Cotto's timing Pacquiao well. Cotto gives up any kind of advantage there by going almost to his knees. Pacquiao moving away from that. Still hang in there.
This is a red-hot round, guys.
Cotto's had his moments. He goes southpaw. Covers up. Just that switch. He doesn't do it a lot. He's a natural left-hander. Body head. But the body really landed. For Cotto. Back comes Pacquiao. Stinging combination.
Do you love it?
Love it. Big combination. Big hook by Cotto.
Cotto's the guy who was red hot throughout the round. Now Pacquiao began to figure Cotto out, although Cotto still was able to land big shots.
Big combination from Pacquiao, staying on the outside, feeling a little bit more comfortable. Cotto using angles, jabbing.
Well,
Manny Pacquiao in the red, mostly in the white and red, is Miguel Cotto, the champion. He's moving forward once again. It's measured aggression. One of Cotto's problems, he gets hit a lot. Sparring and the real thing. He's been wobbled. He's overcome adversity. He's been cut. He finds ways to win.
Well, you know, the guys that have really given him problems, Nick, have been big, strong guys like Margarito, Claudia, that come forward cutting punches. For some reason, he does well against quick guys with quick hands, and he seems to nullify the speed with that crisp jab of his.
Yeah, if he can time him, and he's done a good job. But here comes lightning combination from Pacquiao, and Pacquiao moving forward for the first time in the third round.
Beautiful counter shot by Pacquiao.
Yeah, here comes angles, and that's a bad break for the champion.
but it is a knockdown.
It is a knockdown. Is he hurt? Did he get slipped? Is Manny going to try to close it out big? Could be very dangerous for him.
Here comes Pacquiao coming forward. He's off the jab now. Pacquiao's in front of him. Taking the lead here. Driving the champion back, but here comes Cotto southpaw again. Cotto's been down.
Now he's bullying Pacquiao there. That's the right thing for him to do, which he shouldered him off.
Oh, he runs into a hook, Pacquiao. But the champion retreats and resets. But I'll tell you, I like the speed of Cotto. He doesn't look so slow.
Cotto does not look slow at all. He seemed to matching him with counter punches, and Pacquiao cannot get overconfident and think he has his man hurt and at the point where he's going to go for the knockout.
But this is so huge if it's a 10-8 round for Pacquiao. Pacquiao's had the champion on the floor. A flash knockdown in round 3. Body shots absorbed nicely. Pacquiao says, give me more. But Pacquiao grazes the ropes. They don't want him there, as Mario said. 3 shots for the champion. Cotto with a hook. Pacquiao comes up with air. Cotto bites down with more power shots. A lot of those Pacquiao punches missing.
We should remember, too, that Miguel Cotto is a guy who has been shaken in fights. He has been knocked down, like by Ricardo Torres. He knows how to get up and win.
Yes, a lot of heart.
Yeah,
Heart's never questioned. That was a big combination.
You know what
by
I'm
Cotto.
giving? You know what? I'm starting to lean towards a 10-9 round here. Cotto's winning this round big, I think. I mean, other than the knockdown. You give Pacquiao the round, but is it a 10-8 round?
Cotto's caught, I believe, under his right eye.
And Cotto down. There's nothing flukish about that one. He brought the punches up from the body. Beautifully done by Pacquiao.
So arguably a 10-8 round, huh?
Cotto answered with a nice uppercut. Hook to the body, uppercut, straight.
Scored that one. I scored a 10-8.
10-8 probably, but arguably a 10-9. Here comes Miguel Cotto out. Walking into Pacquiao. Pacquiao has not been lunging in. He's really picked his spots to flurry.
And I think that's a big show of respect for Cotto's strength.
Absolutely. Pacquiao able to try to bite a fight backing up. He could do it, and he may have to do it if this one goes the distance, because Cotto is coming with measured aggression. Oh, left hand lands to the face.
Pacquiao did not slide off those ropes, and he had to pay the price.
Another left hand, but Pacquiao answers with a counter left and then a right to the body by Pacquiao.
Clearly, this is the most Pacquiao's been hit in the last 3-4 fights.
Since Marquez, maybe, huh?
Sure.
Nice body shot by Pacquiao. That's what he should be doing, turning, and reloading.
And usually when he was, you mentioned Marquez, it was due to counter punches. This is the first time he's gotten hit so much with him not being the aggressor.
Well, Cotto looks strong, but Pacquiao was fighting back very well.
But I don't think Cotto's doing it with counter punches the way Marquez did. I think, you know, he's doing it more like Eric Morales
Which Mario said, right. He's much more aggressive. So this is a different kind of boatload for Manny Pacquiao to handle. Pacquiao turning, perfect.
And a nice body shot by Pacquiao as well.
Whoa, that's textbook. But if you want to get into a slugfest with him, Cotto wants to make it a war, it looks like. Left hook lands from Cotto, and now they're slugging it.
And much has been made, Nick, of Cotto's body attack, but Pacquiao himself has a great body attack, and his punches come so fast, it's very hard to see.
Wow, that was a beautiful, beautiful two-way action, Dick.
It's deafening in here, and you've got 17,000 on their feet.
It was a close round, guys. Man, these rounds are clicking on like they're 2-minute rounds.
And I didn't think I'd see Manny be just resting on the ropes.
Manny's been driven back at times, but here he comes forward. Boy, it flashes of brilliance in this round. Turning Cotto, running him into shots. Cotto's left-handed now, trying to tee off with that left hand. Now he's back orthodox.
And he can switch because he's a natural southpaw.
Oh, nice movement from Cotto to avoid those shots. And he's down again. Combination puts him down.
He's hurt this time. He's very wobbly. I'm watching his legs. He's trying to get his legs back. He is very wobbly.
He's been down twice. He'll get saved by the bell, it seems.
Maybe.
Whoa!
Take a look at it. Pacquiao, just a brilliant left hook. Look at it, it's a one-punch knockdown. And you could see he was actually flagging in the wind, it looked like, before he went down.
Pacquiao with the flurries and a beautiful left hook. It was sort of an uppercut. There it is. Series of uppercuts. Cotto coming forward, using his momentum, and Pacquiao with his power punch, catching him with that beautiful left hook.
You know, Manny Pacquiao is a freak. How does a kid who was a flyweight continue to carry this power?
Well, not only bring his power, Rich, he still has that same speed.
Here comes Cotto forward, but Pacquiao
To bully him here a little, and I think it's the proper strategy for him to use.
But don't you think Pacquiao could fight all night? And I don't know about down the stretch with Cotto and stamina now. He's been rocked and hurt.
You know, but did all that drama in his camp, in the typhoons, the travel, the only really 3 weeks of training, is that going to catch up in the later rounds? That remains to be seen with Pacquiao.
We'll see. If it goes later, Mario.
It's true, Nick.
End of 5. Close round.
Manny Pacquiao, the big right hand. Cotto plotting, abandoning the jab, which he was having success with. This is what I didn't want to see. The uppercut from Cotto. This is what, Freddie didn't want to see from Manny, him laying against the ropes, and he's been doing that a lot, and Cotto not taking the full advantage.
Round 6 coming up here at the MGM Grand. Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto. Cotto's been dropped twice. Pacquiao, we have him, arguably had 40.
I thought he kind of took that last round off.
A lot of steam has been taken from Cotto.
I agree, Mario.
A lot of steam. Beautiful body shot. Those are those sneaky body shots. There's another one. I'm telling you.
Is Cotto wearing down as we approach the halfway mark of a scheduled 12-rounder? He's been dropped twice. And there's no question he's behind in this.
Rich at making adjustments and doing what he has to do to win.
Oh, he got hit flush. Flush with the left hand. And Pacquiao's holding on to him. Buying that one.
Well, I thought Pacquiao won. All right, we take a look. There's the speed of Pacquiao. See how that tells? He was able to get off 3 punches very quickly before Cotto could even react. There, another double combination. Tremendous speed by Pacquiao, telling at many points in this fight.
Cotto's trying everything. He's been southpaw numerous times to no avail. Now they want him to box and circle.
Fight will not.
Pacquiao could fight all night, Daddy. Half minute to go in the 10th. And we'll go to the corners and see at least the champion has found himself a little bit. And will they let him go to the 11th? It appears so.
Well, he didn't get hurt any worse in this round.
And he gathered himself a bit. But he didn't even win it, it would seem.
Boo Boy Fernandez, translator, friend, confidant.
These 3-minute rounds must seem like 30-minute rounds to Cotto at this point. And the crowd just waiting for an end, you know, for the flurry of the punch that ends it.
And I don't think Miguel believes he can pull it off anymore.
No. He had that look on his face in the corner where he wants to maybe just have a moral victory by ending it on his feet at this point.
No, nothing's working, guys. Nothing.
Manny.
And that's just a stare down. Wow. The bigger man has surfaced tonight. He's in red.
Rich, I know they're totally different fighters, but assuming deal can be made, anything you've seen tonight give you indication that Pacquiao can handle himself with Mayweather.
Sure. Funny.
Beating now.
And Manny's going to try to close this out in a big way.
I would think so. 3 minutes to go.
And there he goes.
Pacquiao is all over him.
It looked like they were trying to stop the fight when they came into the ring, but Kenny Bayless was collecting the cards and didn't see them waving it off.
One of the photographers was actually on the apron saying, "Congratulations," and Kenny had his face turned.
Well, now we're in the 12th, needless to say. And Manny is in the house as the chant lifts up from every seat in the house, it would seem. The Puerto Rican crowd has gone silent. Stinging combinations of Kenny Bayless calls it off.
Round knockout for Manny Pacquiao.
Power. Pacquiao in the fifth, or Pacquiao through the first 5 rounds, averaging 33 out of 81. Margarito averaging 18 out of 63. 63 punches average per round for Antonio Margarito, who at the height of his career a few years ago was averaging 100 punches per round. The punch output gets limited when you start fighting in a brand new style as he's doing tonight, and when you start to get hit hard by somebody like Manny Pacquiao. Look at Pacquiao move from side to side.
This is what I said he should do continually.
Creating angles.
Creating angles, yeah, because
there's no way Margarito can find him. No way Margarito finds him when he does that. Just too much side to side.
Pacquiao was moving to his left to start the round to try to move into Margarito's eye where Margarito couldn't see him. That didn't work, so he started moving right and beat him up that way.
In the offseason last year, Chicago Bears cornerback Charles Tillman made a pilgrimage to Las Vegas to watch Manny Pacquiao fight against Miguel Cotto. Afterward, I asked him what was most impressive. He said, easy, the footwork. I've never seen any athlete in any sport.
Very few people realize his footwork is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's what Tillman said. I've never seen an athlete in any sport who can get to so many places so fast.
And have punching power. A lot of guys move, but it's strictly footwork. He can move and punch from any of those angles or balance positions that he's in.
Margarito having a better round this one than the last couple. Still losing by a wide margin, obviously, but actually landing some punches in exchange.
Well, Manny's taking something of a breather this round, it appears to me.
But he's winning the round still, I think, Manny is. I've given Manny every round of the fight so far. Some bigger than others, but he's winning all of them.
Now Margarito catches Pacquiao twice against the ropes, and Manny finally is able to dodge away. But this gives Margarito energy, this gives him will and confidence. Suddenly he's back in the fight as he's tasted for a moment the advantage of having Pacquiao against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare, locked in a trap against a much bigger man. fights his way out of it. Bloodies Margarito some more.
What are you doing? Here you see against the ropes, the best exchange of the night that favored Margarito right here when he was landing a lot of blows and Manny was trying to get away from him, but he was landing shots body and head. But at the end of the round still, Manny came right back with a lot of blows again, which still made it could have been a close round. Because that was the only really good flurry for Margarito. But I think Margarito should have won that round.
Pacquiao's racking up some astonishing numbers, though. 39 power punches landed in that round.
Time in. Box.
Now round 7 begins, the more than halfway through the fight. Harold Letterman, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. I got it 6-0, 60-54. Manny Pacquiao. I got to tell you, as close as that 6th round was, Manny Pacquiao still landed the clean, hardest shots. I thought he pulled it out in the end. Be as it may, Manny circling back and forth, bobbing and weaving, getting on the Margarito shots, and landed tremendous shots of his own. And Jim, the one thing we can't measure is the amount of pain that Margarito feels every time he gets hit on that swollen eye. I mean, he really must be hurting. 6-0, Pacquiao.
I agree with Harold. I thought Pacquiao won every round, including the last one. And Jim.
But you got those rounds that is called comparative rounds. I thought Manny won it, but I think that on the scorecard, Margarito may get it because it compared to the other rounds.
Yep.
But he really didn't win it. But a lot of judges do that just to keep him in the fight, so to say.
Jim, you mentioned that it's Pacquiao's nightmare. I think Pacquiao loves it. It might be Freddie Roach's nightmare to get trapped in that fight. But I think Pacquiao loves a good scrap like the last round.
I think you're correct. I think it's Freddie Roach's nightmare. I think it might be Bob Arum's nightmare. But the bottom line is, you're right. Manny loves to fight.
Loves to fight.
Loves the challenge.
Now, this is a dazzling display of boxing skill, power, everything. Ring generalship here. Unbelievable.
So, in a historical sense, and obviously the fight's not over, but how good is he, Emmanuel?
I think he's one of the best fighters I've ever saw. And he's what we call a natural. Been getting with a good trainer that really improved him like Freddie did and brought the best out of him, but he is a natural fighter.
Well, I'll say this. I've covered boxing for 24 years, and I covered Ray Leonard from ringside, and this is the best offensive fighter I've ever seen.
He does it all and fights everybody. That's what I like about him. He's really enjoying himself here. You see him try to do the kind of Ollie shuffle a few seconds ago.
See what's kept Margarito up in this fight is his enormous size.
The size. The only thing, Jim, before the fight you said you could see it possibly going a 12-round decision only because of Margarito's size.
Yep.
That's the only factor, but it's strictly a Pacquiao show.
No, if I had a prediction, it was going to be that Pacquiao would win all 12 rounds, win a unanimous decision, and there'd be a lot of nervous moments in it.
Yes.
I thought Pacquiao would stop Margarito right around the 6th or 7th round, and
you may be on target,
or you may be, because Margarito seems to be weathering these storms pretty well in spite of the way his face looks.
Margarito's hanging in, and he's having more flurries as the fight continues, but Pacquiao just stunned him with a right hook and backed him off again. 2 more big power shots.
Here you see Manny Pacquiao landing all of these precise punches. Even with a guards up high defense, he still pinpoints areas where he can get through and penetrate. But to me, the perfect fight is the way he fought the last round. Punching, moving in and out, taking advantage of that great natural coordination and balance and footwork that he has.
CompuBox numbers in round 7. Pacquiao 45 of 104, his high output for the fight. Margarito 31 out of 71, his best round of the fight, landing at 44%. Harold Letterman has still given every round in the fight so far to Manny Pacquiao. And incidentally, I'll alter my prediction, guys. If Margarito throws an uppercut from too far away, Pacquiao might counter him and knock him out.
That replay that we just showed was a 6-punch combination where every punch landed from Pacquiao in the middle of the ring.
And look at the fact that Margarito had his defense up all that time, and he penetrated to defense. Is amazing.
There was a time in the middle of his career when Manny Pacquiao was a terrific, world-class, one-handed fighter. Margarito banging him against the ropes here, trying to get to Pacquiao's body. That could change the fight. Pacquiao fighting back with his back on the ropes.
And here comes
And he
Manny.
turns it around and bangs Margarito viciously. Left cross straight on the bad eye. And another one. Right on that badly bruised right eye of Margarito. Pacquiao hits him again with the left. Margarito nods at him. Pacquiao hits him at will. Bang!
Know who else
Every
likes
time
to
he
fight?
walks.
Know who else likes to fight? Margarito.
Absolutely.
You know, I've trained in the gym with Margarito, and what he
Low
trains
blow there.
going 15 and 16 rounds. That's because he wins his fights on stamina. So even though he's tired and being beat up pretty much, he trains himself to fight this way. So he's still going to be fighting very strong going down the stretch in this fight. Because that's his biggest factor, is fighting while he's tired.
And he's blocking some of the punches, taking some. He took a big left hook there. Remember, Pacquiao is taking full shots from a 165-pound man who outweighs him 17 pounds in the ring tonight.
And speaking of redemption for Margarito, so far this has been a measure of redemption because he's never stopped fighting his fight in spite of a frightful beating. And he's had success fighting in spots the way we used to see him knock out good opponents.
But he's not breaking Manny Pacquiao up the way he did Miguel Cotto. Draw your own conclusions.
I talked to Miguel earlier today. Miguel said this was going to be a very tough fight. Because I was telling him I thought that Pacquiao had to edge. He said, man, he may have edge, but it's going to be a hard fight.
What an exchange.
What a fight. I mean, this is a fun fight to watch for a fight that's being won fairly one-sidedly by...
Here you see Pacquiao in the ropes again, which is where every time that Margarito has a good rally, or so to say, it's always when he's got him pinned in the ropes. But usually right after that, always, Manny comes right back with a flurry of punches. But Margarito's best success has been when he's had him in the ropes. And here this left uppercut, which is his weakness, right up through the center.
Power shots in the 8th round. Pacquiao landed 35 out of 65. That's sensational. Margarito had a tremendous round, landing 29 out of 55. Again, Harold Letterman continues to give every round to Manny Pacquiao. So I think with the rest of us.
Even when Margarito's having those great moments with Pacquiao's back on the ropes, Pacquiao, even in those moments, is landing almost as much as Margarito, it seems to me.
And gentlemen, CompuBox reports that the 34 punches Margarito landed in that last round are the most anybody's ever landed against Manny Pacquiao in a single round. So now Pacquiao has a new distinction in his career. He took the most punches he's ever taken in one round from a guy who outweighs him 17 pounds. And Manny holds on, and he's getting tired.
Yep, but it's a, it's a size factor. If it wasn't the fact that Margarito was so big, almost 20 pounds bigger, Manny would have knocked him out sooner. But he's been able to absorb. It's much like when Sugar Ray Roberts fought Joey Maximum time. He did everything, but the 15-pound weight advantage was too much, and it wore Robertson down.
Remember that when Henry Armstrong went up and tried to win the middleweight championship after having won the featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight championships already, he ran out of gas against a bigger man.
Seferino Garcia, and that wasn't once the case again. It was just too much weight difference.
Well, he got a draw.
Yeah,
Many
call it
think he deserves to win.
Yes. But it's just a bigger man can absorb the punches a little better than a smaller guy. But a regular 140-pounder, I think Manny would have knocked out.
There was another left-hand rally by Manny Pacquiao. But showing intelligence and perhaps some fatigue, Pacquiao for the first time in this round has begun to move away simply to create space between himself and Margarito. Call it breathing room.
And smart strategy. He can pretty much do what he wants from long range, even though he's the smaller fighter, Pacquiao.
Another anomaly.
If he's in good shape and he can continue to do this, he'll win the fight fairly easy. But, once he gets in the ropes, Margarito uses his physical strength to rough him up.
It does seem as though Pacquiao's maybe decided that he can't knock Margarito out at this point.
Unless somebody wants to stop the fight because of that right eye, which is grotesque at this point.
And as I said, that Pacquiao landed some great hooks. Knockout-style hooks.
So the last 2 rounds, you've got to knock him out.
Here you see Manny Pacquiao do what he does better than any boxer in the game. Let a guy miss, catch him with a punch, let him miss, hit him with a punch again. A lot of guys will let guys miss punches, but they don't take advantage of it the way that he does.
Treated in the corner and is becoming a grotesque bloody mask.
He has a cut under his eye, Margarito. You saw in that replay. When he gets hit, it flaps.
Stop. Time. ¿Cuántos?
Oh, it's Cole trying to see it. Antonio Margarito can still see. Tests him in the middle of the ring. Harold, how do you have it so far?
I still got it a shutout. 90-81, 9 rounds to nothing. The hard-punching Manny Pacquiao. Jim, he's landing the cleaner, harder shots in every round. He's elusive as all get out, like Emmanuel's been saying. I mean, he's doing it all right. Beautiful ring generalship, fairly good defense. You know, he's been really aggressive, just fighting the perfect fight. 9-0, Manny Pacquiao.
Someday, boxing fans will look back and have a lot of fun arguing with each other about what was Manny Pacquiao's greatest performance, what was his most impressive feat, what was his biggest night. If this continues the way it does, and he wins all 12 rounds against a guy 17 pounds bigger than himself, touching him up, beating him up, ruining his face the way he is, this will be in the discussion.
Well, it's not just that Margarito's 17 pounds bigger, it's that Pacquiao's moved up 40 pounds and then gave away 17 pounds.
Right, he's a former flyweight, beating up one of the biggest welterweights we ever saw.
Yes, and I still don't consider Pacquiao no more than just a lightweight, about 138, 39-pounder.
And incidentally,
which is amazing.
You've noticed that long beard on Margarito. Freddie Roach wanted to get the Texas State Athletic Commission to make Margarito shave off the beard, which probably they would have done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a fighter.
Unbelievable machine.
He's putting it on Margarito right now.
And the crowd picks up the chant. Manny, Manny, Manny. Boom! Another perfect right hook. What a show. What an amazing performance. Greatest offensive fighter of the era. Tattooing Margarito.
Well, when all of that, the Margarito's just mentally and physically fatigued both. And this right hook.
He's ready to go.
That's one of the biggest jabs I've ever seen.
It was a right hook. He didn't see it coming.
That was a right hook from Pacquiao.
Yeah, Pacquiao
stopped Margarito in his tracks.
Perfect fight.
He had another 30 seconds.
He still may stop him. He may get out of this round, but I think it's a good chance that Pacquiao may stop him in the next couple of rounds.
How badly does Margarito want to get beat up?
Garcia may stop the fight here.
I'm okay. How are you? Tell me, how are you, bastard? I'm okay. Ballsy. You have him in front and you don't throw. It's the same. There's 1 round. There's 2 rounds left. How many fingers? 1, 1, 1, 1. 2. Come on, Tony. I want to see you in this round, Tony. If not, you got to knock him out. Come on, Tony. Throw everything. Throw it all. Good. Done. Bring your hands up, Tony. Bring your hands up. Close up. Recoup. Come on. Get in and throw, Tony.
Here you see this counter right hook, which is, as I said earlier, one of the best punches that you can land, and he's very good at that. Used to be when he first came here, he had a great straight left, and that's all you had to look out for. But now he's developed into a balanced out fighter, right hook, jab, right uppercut, straight left through the center, complete fighter.
Once he added the right hand to his stunning left cross, that took him to an entirely different stratosphere in offensive fighting. The 10th round was one of the most brutally dominant rounds of Pacquiao's career. He landed 57 of 89 power shots. Margarito threw 23 punches and landed 9. That's why Robert Garcia clearly gave consideration to stopping the fight.
Another measure of redemption for Margarito. Even though he's the villain with the hand wraps, he has a ton of heart. He could have gotten out of this fight a million times. Whenever the ref says, how many fingers am I holding? He wants to keep fighting. He's not just doing it as a show for the referee or for the fans, rather. Look at me, I'm tough. He really wants to win the fight, even though he's hopelessly behind and getting
no head movement at all. The referee, there's no head movement.
Pacquiao looking towards the ref, asking him to stop the fight at this point, it looks to me. Landed a shot, looked towards Cole's.
He again looks at Cole.
I think
how much punishment do you want him to take? That's what he's saying to Cole.
But the referee's doing a good job, I think. It's right there, you can't stop it yet. Because as long as the guy's punching back. If he was back to the ropes and being hit or something, would be different. But at this stage here, he's out being out punched. But the referee has to have a few more seconds before he can stop.
Emmanuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face, and it may never look the same again.
I know, but it's just this is boxing. I hate to say it.
This is a vicious
This is boxing. Yep.
The issue is not Margarito's eye at this moment, it's his brain. How many clean headshots
can one man take?
I mean,
his punches have zero snap. He is waving at Pacquiao.
If the referee stopped, there wouldn't be any complaint, but I just don't think he's going to stop at this stage.
Pacquiao again looks at Lawrence Cole.
It's a solid target. He's not moving his head at all.
This reminds me of Roy Jones against Bryant Brannon. Jones actually asked the referee, when in the heck are you going to stop this fight?
Stop!
And then Jones shrugged and knocked Brannon out.
That's exactly right.
But it's not just completed, just he's getting hit so much, but just looking at his eyes, he can't even hardly see.
Margarito fought to the finish against Shane Mosley, who is hammering him similarly to this. Corner asked if they wanted the fight, or if he wanted the fight stopped. He said no. Wanted the fight to the finish. Same thing here, obviously. But it's not doing Margarito any good to take the number of shots he's taking now. Flush on an already badly brutalized face.
Corner may stop it.
He didn't do much in that round.
No. Let's go then. Let's go then, Tony. It's not bleeding. It's the same thing. It's the last round. Last damn round, Tony. Tony, okay? Tony, we got to work the jab. We got to work the jab. Come on, precise. Work that jab. I want you to do it lively. Be lively. Don't just receive a punishment. Let's go. You can do it. Come on, have that mentality. You can do it. This is last damn round.
They're acting in the corner as if he wants to quit, and they're trying to force him to keep fighting, to coach him to fight. If they never took the mouthpiece out,
he only landed 6 out of 18 punches in the 11th round. That after 9 of 23 in the 10th. Pacquiao landed 51 of 75 power shots in the last round, meaning he is more or less hitting Margarito at will. One more round to go. When Pacquiao was doing this to Miguel Cotto, Cotto's wife left the arena. You can see that the smile is utterly gone from the face of Margarito's spouse. They've been together since high school. She's never seen him like this. Max, I honestly wonder whether Pacquiao has no more stomach for the punishment. He doesn't seem eager to hit Margarito anymore.
He does look like he's carrying Margarito right now.
It's much like Joe Calzaghe
Some of
did.
the greatest fighters in history have done this.
Joe Calzaghe seemingly was doing that with Roy Jones in the later rounds too.
Absolutely. There's no question Pacquiao's pulling his punches now. He is not following through and committing the way he does most of the time. It's an acknowledgement from Pacquiao that the knockout isn't necessary. To a certain degree, it's a nod to Margarito's guts and courage for coming as far as he has. And Pacquiao is going to let him finish the fight.
You wonder seeing this, as great as Pacquiao is and as dominant as he's been, Margarito's not known as an accurate puncher. You wonder if Floyd Mayweather's watching this thinking, maybe the time is right to fight this guy. For years, Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't fight Marvin Hagler. Of course, Hagler is much bigger than Leonard. Until he felt the time was right. He noticed Hagler slow down against Duran and Mugabe. Then he took the fight. You wonder if maybe Floyd is waiting for Pacquiao to slow down a little bit. Because to my eye, guys, this Pacquiao's not quite the same as the Pacquiao of maybe a year or two ago. A little easier to hit.
That's hard to say because he's fighting such different guys every time out, and they're all so big. Now suddenly there's some Manny energy. Looks as though he wants to make sure that he wins the round, make clear who's still dominant, but obviously he's not trying to finish Margarito. This is not Manny Pacquiao the fighter. This is Manny Pacquiao the congressman, Manny Pacquiao the cultural icon, Manny Pacquiao the citizen of the world. That's the man who's letting Margarito finish. And we're done.
Jim, your prediction was right.
Pacquiao has his unanimous decision victory. Margarito has a vicious beatdown to remember, and the satisfaction of having finished the fight. Cold comfort though that may be. Harold Lederman scores it 120 to 108. That's a shutout. If I were scoring, that would have been mine too.
I gave one round to
Margarito.
I gave him the it's a comparative round anyway, because he did better.
Something like that. Yeah, it's almost like a courtesy round.
Courtesy round.
What you're saying is he did well enough in that round that if you wanted to give him one, that would be it.
Yeah, I gave him the 6th round.
6th, yeah.
He didn't get beat that bad in the 6th round.
It's a relatively inexperienced judging crew in some ways, so there's no telling what the scores will be, but it's impossible to imagine that Margarito has the edge on any scorecard. You saw Fernando Vargas there talking to Margarito in the corner. A happy Pacquiao corner. Manny's face showing some effects, but not much, considering that he ate some uppercuts and some jabs early.
Yeah, he got hit a little bit in this fight, body and head.
Well, I'm not of the opinion that Pacquiao's ever been hard to hit, Emmanuel. You can hit him. The question is, how many times is he going to hit you? Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Cowboys Stadium, we go to the scorecards. Jay Lango scores the bout 120-108. Glenn Crocker 118-110. Orange Schellenberger 119-109. All three to the winner by unanimous decision. And now winner of his 8th World Championship, the fighting pride of Sarangani Province, Philippines, Manny